Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. So sitting in front of us is now that free lawnmower. This was a Trash Picked lawnmower on Father's Day. My sons were out walking a dog and and found this for me. So I couldn't be happier. First of all, to get a Father's Day gift when, you know, normally fathers really don't get much on Father's Day. And second of all, given that it was free, I like nothing better than that. What we're going to do today is we are going to check out the keyway and replace it and hopefully fix this thing and have it running by the end of this video. To take this apart, pretty easy. Phillips head, take those out. This comes off. Not all that hard. After that, there are hex bolts, 1, 2, 3. You take those out, and one on the side that goes in over here. Watch my finger. So you get that out of the way, and that puts these two covers off to the side with the gas line complicating everything, but hopefully you're not spilling gas. If you take out that bolt and this bolt, and there's 2 more on the cover here, now you could get, and this guy, you turn the oil thing out of the way, and now you can take this cover off. Boy, we're doing great. So we're already down to the flywheel, and it's only taken minutes. Now what you do is you spin this guy off. Wow, I gotta tell you, I got some bionic fingers here. So you spin this off, you take it off, and we can now look down at the flywheel. So you see how you have the keyway here on the crank, and you see how you have the keyway there on the flywheel. So obviously it has a broken keyway. You go, oh shoot, that's not good. Now, if you read the flywheel, it says that you should put a puller right here to take it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bigger puller. Obviously go on the center, grab it here, and grab it here, and try to pull it off. WTBM 123 Terry. He agrees with me that it has a broken flywheel key, which is cool. By the way, it was kicking back. I was almost sure of that, and that does appear to be the case. Somebody else said, oh, you might have a bent crank. Well, chances are to break the flywheel key, you hit yourself something pretty hard and did that. So it too could have a bent crank. So I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't have both. To me, if an engine has a bent crank, as long as it's running, it can shimmy and shake and do whatever the heck it wants to do. I'm going to keep running it. I'll try to have a straight blade on it. That way it, you know, doesn't vibrate itself apart quite as quickly. But even with a bent crank, I'm going to run the thing until quite literally it explodes. Which, by the way, is not a good idea, because if the crank breaks and it happens to throw the blade backwards, that could be unhealthy. Anyway, let's get this flywheel off, take a look at the key, and go look into getting another one. So I put the flywheel puller on it, and I sprayed it with a little rust releasing agent. If the company wants me to say their name, I'm gonna make them sponsor me. So I sprayed it with some of my favorite rust releasing agent, and we're just gonna gently tighten down on this. I'm gonna do it by hand. I'm not gonna use an impact. I'm just gonna put a wrench to it and see if we can't pop that right on up. So we tightened down the flywheel puller the best we could, and I really tightened it about as much as I could. Once again, I didn't use impact. I tightened it by hand, and then I tapped on the end of the puller with a hammer, and sure enough, the flywheel popped off, and there are the pieces in my hand. The keyway doesn't look too torn up on the on the engine, but quite honestly, doesn't look all that great right there. I am going to invest in another key, and I'm going to try not to hit quite so many rocks. So this is going to be a trimming mower, and I got no guarantees of that. I'm going to go to the high price lawnmower shop near me to buy this key. You guys are going to laugh when you see how much it costs. They're probably going to want $5 or $10 for it, but if I want to fix it today, that's my choice. And that I got to go take something apart, and I'd rather not do that because I've once gone on the quest for a key like this and ended up taking 3 things apart, and on 2 of them it was broken. And then when I wanted to go back to the 3rd one, turns out I kind of wanted to use that engine, and it was like, oh man, now I don't have a key in it. So I'm not going to go tearing things apart looking for this. So anyway, be back shortly. Did you guys know that like lawnmower places are closed on Mondays? I had to drive around in circles until finally I went up to Adams. I mean, it's not really near me, but you know, I had no choice. Anyway, so the keyways were $3.50 each, and there it is. And look at that, it's actually made in the United States. And what was pretty cool, I walked up to the guy and I handed him the flywheel and the broken keyway, and he reached under the counter and pulled one out. I said, how much? He said, $3.50. I said, give me 2. And he laughed. He said, I spend all summer handing these things out. So let's put it in there and see if this thing will run. So we replaced the keyway. Let's see if this puppy starts. So 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to set the camera here. Hopefully you guys can see something. Or maybe not. Yeah, you can kind of see something. And we pull a string. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. So I'm thinking it was well worth my $3 and I don't know, call it $4 to fix it. Like working on the lawnmowers because it's quick. You know, it's not like working on one of these all-terrain vehicles where you're taking plastic apart for half a day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A little something different. I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and fix a lawnmower today. Bye now.